When I saw my husband's newest friend over for dinner, I knew I had 60 seconds to leave the house. Babe, meet Ryan. We've been grabbing lunch together for months. Ryan smiled at me, calm, patient, like he'd been waiting for this moment for years, because he had. 7 years ago, I made the worst mistake of my life. I was 22, drunk at a party, and decided to drive home. I ran a red light and T-boned a silver Honda. The woman inside was 8 months pregnant. Neither survived. I fled the scene, changed my name, moved across the country, buried that night so deep I almost convinced myself it never happened. But I never forgot her husband's face from the news, the way he collapsed at the press conference, begging for information about the hit-and-run driver. That man was now standing in my kitchen. I remember watching that press conference from my childhood bedroom. I'd told my parents I was sick, couldn't leave the house, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I watched him hold up her photo with trembling hands. She had kind eyes, the kind of eyes that probably lit up every room she walked into. He talked about how they met in college, how she used to leave little notes in his lunchbox, how she'd been decorating the nursery for weeks, changing the curtain colors 3 times because she wanted everything perfect for their daughter. I threw up 6 times that night. For months, I waited for the knock on my door, the police showing up with handcuffs, but it never came. No witnesses, no cameras, just me and my guilt and the ghost of a woman I never knew but destroyed anyway. I started drinking more to forget. Then I realized that's what got me here in the first place. So I stopped everything, changed my name, deleted all my social media, told my parents I needed a fresh start somewhere new. They thought it was about a bad breakup. I let them believe that. I met my husband 2 years later. He was everything good that I didn't deserve. Patient, loving, the kind of man who remembers your coffee order and notices when you've had a hard day. I told myself maybe this was my second chance. Maybe I could become someone worthy of love, someone different from the monster who drove away that night. But you can't outrun yourself. I know that now. Every year on the anniversary, I light a candle in private. I never told my husband why. He thinks it's for a childhood friend who passed away. Another lie stacked on top of a mountain of lies. My whole life became a house built on a foundation of bones. Some nights I dream about her. She's always standing by that silver Honda, hand on her belly, smiling at me. She never says anything, just smiles. Those dreams are worse than the nightmares, because in the nightmares, she screams at me, tells me I'm a murderer. At least that feels honest, but the smiling, that kills me. Like she's waiting for me to do the right thing, and I never do. My husband grabbed his keys. Forgot the wine in my car. Be right back. The moment that door clicked shut, Ryan's smile disappeared. Catherine Mitchell, that was your name back then, wasn't it? I couldn't move. Took me 6 years to find you. Another 8 months to become your husband's best friend. Tears streamed down my face. His voice cracked slightly. Not from anger, from exhaustion. The kind of exhaustion that settles into your bones when you've carried something heavy for far too long. Do you know what it's like to plan a future that gets erased in 1 second? We had names picked out. We had a college fund started already. She used to joke that our daughter would probably hate the color pink, so she painted the nursery yellow instead, just in case. I wanted to speak, but nothing came out. What could I possibly say? I used to be a good person, he continued. I coached Little League. I volunteered at the food bank every Thanksgiving. After the accident, I couldn't do any of it. Couldn't look at children without breaking down. Couldn't pass a pregnant woman on the street without feeling like my chest was caving in. My wife picked out our daughter's name that morning, Lily. She was so excited to meet her. I'm sorry, I whispered. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't bring them back. The front door opened. My husband walked in, saw me crying. What's going on? Ryan looked at me. Something shifted in his eyes. Your wife has something to tell you, and then I'm leaving. He walked out without another word. My husband stared at me, confused. That night, I finally told the truth about everything.